What's up? So we're here in the ghetto part of Fifth Avenue, quote unquote ghetto part. This is the entrance of Playa 88. So I wanted to go live and just see, after my last safety update, if Fifth Avenue is still safe. Some of the comments in the comment section of that video, that safety update March 2024, was some of those comments were a little disturbing. So apparently people have seen more violence, more than what I've seen. So I just kind of wanted to take a walk down here and see, is there anything bad going on? Is this just something that happens late at night? That safety update that I did was based on a pretty gnarly fight that happened on St. Patrick's Day, super late, it was after midnight. And so, as you can see so far here, we've got bicyclists, people out enjoying life, so it doesn't seem dangerous right now. Just some of the comments in that video really disturbed me, so it got me thinking, like, what time of day is this stuff happening? Let's spend some more time on Fifth and see if we can find out more. So one of the videos I did titled, "Is the ghetto part of Fifth Avenue actually nicer?" That's where we are right now. You can see a lot of unfinished buildings and a lot of street art, graffiti, very rugged, very, very monster style. When I was in Athens, when I was in Greece, I stayed in neighborhoods like this too. And for the most part, they were pretty safe, but definitely rustic. And at times, a little rough around the edges. All right, here we got some people drinking Modelos. A lot of Modelos. Yeah, provecho. Estoy chingando un chingo de chelas. Jamaica con ron también. Ya, salud, compadre. Ya estamos en vivo. Salud, YouTube. Yeah. Ciao. Provecho. So, yeah, those guys were having a good Monday. Faded. Seems a little early, but yeah. All right. So we're now down here toward, that was 80th. So we're on 5th Avenue and 80th right now. But personally, I love this neighborhood, but I have noticed just over the last few weeks, it seems to be like there's a little more tension. People don't seem quite, like some of the locals don't seem quite as friendly toward me. So maybe that's due to some ongoing tensions between certain groups. I won't use the buzzword, starts with a C, kind of rhymes with hotels, but not. Yeah, there's definitely like a little bit of a, from what I've been told, a little bit of a struggle between those groups right now. And when that's the case, you won't see police or Marines or those National Guardsmen and stuff get involved. So, all right, this is where I used to buy my juices. The guy, he doesn't sell them anymore. He says he moved, and I can't find where he moved to, but I used to get juices there every morning. It was amazing. Right on my way to the beach, getting green juices, orange juice, beet juice. Yeah, so we're almost to the entrance of Playa 72, Playa 72. My favorite volleyball hangout. Yeah, so far so good. We got people mobbing around on scooters, bikes with their dogs. Still seems, hola, hola, hola. Hey. So still seems pretty safe, at least during the day. Lots of families. All right, let's take a peek here at the entrance. Yeah, tons of people for a Monday. Look at this. Lots of people heading out to the beach. Even on a cloudy Monday, you can't really see it that well, but all the way down to the end, there's people coming and going through that path. So I take that as a good sign as well. So we're gonna press on all the way down to the end of Fifth Avenue for those of you who want to take the walk with me. And the reason is I'm going to go down toward the ferry terminal. There's a cigar shop, and I want to buy a couple of cigars for a special person coming to town. I won't name names, but she's going to need a cigar when she gets here. And I would also like a cigar. So we're going to go check that spot out, say what's up to my guy down there. He's got these little Mexican cigars that are like this long. And the tobacco tastes every bit as good as Cuban tobacco for the most part. Really, really suave, really soft. But they're only like 10 pesos. And they're tiny, they're small. They're not like a big cohiba or something like that, but they're really enjoyable and just enough tobacco for me because I don't really smoke that much tobacco. But it's enough to, enjoy my night with a little whiskey and cigar action. So we're going to go check that spot out. Here we are actually in front of Bajo Cafe, Bajo Quinta, where I recently did a video on my favorite brunch, the chilaquiles. So if you guys haven't seen that, that's the spot right there to give you an idea of where we are. We got rollerbladers. Yeah, I love this bike path right here. Yesterday, I actually rode my longboard down this bike path for the first time since I had the longboard accident. And I got busted up pretty bad from that, so it's kind of taken a little time to get back on here. I'm going to show you something here on the bike path. This is why at night so one thing to keep in mind if you're using the bike path. I should probably get off the bike path since I'm walking. That people do that when I'm riding my longboard. I'm always like bike path, and then of course I walk on it, and I'm like, hey, San Ramen. So we're now getting down to 62nd on Fifth Avenue, and so far so good. Everything is safe, and this is where some of the bars and restaurants begin. We have Tropical Tacos, Ceviche Corazon, both really good spots. If I'm feeling something other than like a caldo de res or normal tacos, I'll come down here and get the shrimp tempura tacos. Yeah, I was actually thinking about doing a live, vertical live on the beach today, but it got cloudy and windy. But it's kind of a welcome change because I've been getting a lot of sun lately. Yesterday was like a perfect crystal clear day, so I went and played volleyball. Well, I didn't play actually. Sat on the sidelines and hung out. But it felt like I played because I got hit with the ball a couple times. So, but I did go north of Punta Esmeralda yesterday to get some meditation time and some sun down there, and that was super peaceful. But anytime I get like 4 or 5 hours of sun in a day, I'm pretty happy to have a cloudy day following that. Huge dog culture down here. Huge dog culture. Kind of has me feeling like I should have a dog. All right, guys. So this is ceviche corazon. They have the shrimp tempura tacos I was just talking about. Ceviche corazon. Super friendly staff, and not too far from home if you live in Colosio. It's just right there. And still like fairly unpretentious beer prices. If you just want to go have like a beer and a couple tacos, the beers are 50 pesos, which is pretty good for Playa del Carmen, sadly. 50 peso beers. You can get like three, I don't want to say gentrified tacos, high end tacos, and get out of there for like $10, So not bad. Like the cost of mod pizza in the US, to put it in my terms. I'm always like, how many mod pizzas would that be? So a night out of, well, it's not a night out, but tacos and a beer for $10 ain't bad on Fifth Avenue. All right, next spot here, we have Tropical Tacos. I've done a couple of Instagram reels for these guys, Tropical Tacos, and they are super cool. Really like artsy vibe in there, and they have DJs. So a Friday, Saturday night, even a Sunday night, that place gets popping. Ongoing construction here. But they're working hard, but I just don't see anything getting done. Calambrio, good seafood. So yeah, we'll send ramen as well right here. So this whole area, we just saw an employee from there a little bit ago. This whole area north of CTM and Playa has a few really good options for seafood, for cocktails, for beers. It's kind of nice. It's like the last stop before you get to Playa 72, Playa 88. Or the first place, if you're on your way back, if you're really hungry after a beach day, these are really solid options. All right, so we're crossing the Great Divide, CTM, and this is where it becomes not a dry neighborhood anymore. So there are bars and restaurants over there, that serve alcohol, but there are no convenience stores selling beer north of Avenida CTM. I did not know that when I signed the lease. Probably for the best, because it, keeps the temptation down of going and grabbing one more beer, one more nightcap. Makes you think twice if you have to walk like a half a mile at least. But anyway, so now we're south of CTM. You can see it's starting to pick up. The restaurants, the landscaping, everything's a little more high end. Still no violence, pretty safe. I'm walking around, just so you guys know, I'm walking with a DJI gimbal and an iPhone 13 that would be a pretty good come up. No one's looked at me twice yet. All right, so here we have San Lucho, and that's another one of those kind of like last minute stops. These guys are awesome. Let's say what's up real quick. Manito, San Lucho, estamos en vivo live. Yeah. Good cocktails, good beers, música en vivo. Yeah, nos vemos. So they have live music, pretty good talent there. Really, actually, there's a couple bands where I'm just like, there's these benches out front, and even if I don't want a beer or anything, I'll stop and maybe listen to the band for a little bit and obviously give them a tip because they're good, man. There's one band there that plays mostly 80s music, and they actually do a really good job of like Tears for Fears and stuff. So, yeah. Yeah, I see you, Passport Life. You still there? Chances are, if you're coming for a while, you're gonna have some good weather. It's gonna be hot and humid. You'll get a good sauna sweat without having to actually pay for a sauna. 2 nights ago was like the first night it actually cooled down. For those of you who speak Fahrenheit, it got down into the 60s, and I can't even tell you how nice that was. I haven't felt that for 3 weeks at least. So yeah, when it cools down into the 60s, it's really nice. All right, we got Joel, Yucatan. Where are you at, Joel? You in Mexico, but like maybe what, Jalisco, Vallarta, somewhere over there. And yeah, thanks for the kind words, Joel. All right, here we have cacao. Cacao. Oh, so good hot chocolate. I make better hot chocolate at home, but it's a good option. You got the tobacco. Wepa. Some Cuban influence there. So, hija de la tostada, right there too. The one thing I'll have to admit I've been disappointed with, because I used to live in Vallarta, I've been disappointed with the lack of oysters here. Now this really sucks, but I'll admit this. I've been eating. Oop, don't want to get hit by the cars. I've been eating canned oysters, and I'll just squeeze some lime juice and put some Valentina hot sauce on there. Because none of these seafood places have oysters. Like they'll have oysters on the menu, and they're like, nah, we don't actually have that. So that's something I've really had to adjust to. All right, we have Club de la Cerveza right here. The best draft IPA or stout. Good draft beers right there for sure. Starting to, as you can see, starting to get into the more crowded part of Fifth. And yeah, looking good. 2-bed, 2-bath in PDC, about 5 blocks from the beach, asks the Passport Life. Yes, but it depends on which beach and when you get here. I think you said you were coming in May. Yeah, you said you're coming in May. Yeah, there's a lot more to answer that in 2 parts. There's a lot more studios and 1-bedrooms here than there are 2-bedrooms, but there are some new buildings on 10th, which would be 2 to 3 blocks from the beach, depending on where on 10th you are. Can't tell you how much it would cost if it's a short-term rental. If you're just coming for May for a week. So if you're just coming for a week, yeah, I mean a 2-bedroom. May though, good news for you, Joel, or Passport Life, is that the low season will kind of start to hit mid-May, and so prices should, in theory, come down. And then at that point, you might at least get a little bit of a break in the price. Then here we have Bodeguita del Medio, good live Cuban music, mojitos. So hopefully that answers your question at least decently, Passport Life. Appreciate you guys hanging out, taking a walk with me. Oh man, I don't know if you guys see those. Look at that. Those 4 National Guard people right there were just staring at me as if I was like murdering someone. It's like, no guys, I'm just doing a live feed here on YouTube. Nothing to see here. The other night, I was walking home from just going out and getting ceviche with some friends, and the police randomly stopped me. They said, "Oh, we're just gonna do a random check." And I was like, "Wait, what?" And they're like, "Yeah." And I was like, "No, you guys got to be kidding." And I actually had to empty my pockets for them, and they were like, "Cerveza," and I was like, "Well, yeah, I had a couple beers, but last time I checked, that's completely legal." And they were like, "You don't have any drugs?" I was like, "No, like sorry, but no." So that seems wrong. Like there's no probable cause. I'm just a gringo walking home, trying to walk home. But at least it was like a brief stop. It was maybe 30, 40 seconds. I emptied my pockets. I was like, I only took cash with me. I didn't bring my card. And so I was like, all right, I have keys, I have a dead iPhone, and I have 18 pesos. Do any of those things interest you? And then they let me go. All right, guys. So you can see, like, we're still in high season here for a Monday. That's pretty good. Smoke shop right here. That guy's got a big joint. It's not real. So we got Starbucks there. Yeah, so this is definitely when you get into kind of the heart. You can see that wasn't really a long walk. When we get into the heart of Fifth Avenue here, maybe 20, 25, 24-minute walk, and we're down here basically in the center. So you can see like Colosio, where I started from, is not a bad location. It's a lot more quiet. But I did see someone in the comments of my safety update video say that they were actually finding, and I don't know that this is true or not, but they said they were finding bodies there like every morning, and it was related to some violence between a few particular groups. So, but I think if you're not coming and going at late hours, it seems really safe. So, La vaca gaucha. Steaks. Let's look at the menu here real quick. Looking for a tomahawk steak. ¿Tienen bisteces como tomahawk?
Tengo cortes aquí.
Tienen cortes ahí. Flank, New York, ribeye. Okay, so guys, La Vaca Gaucha tiene bistec. They got steak. They have the ribeye is what I'm going for later. Okay, nos vemos en como una hora. Gracias. So yeah, they have like pretty good looking cuts of steak. We'll see how they actually are, but I just had a pretty good workout in the gym. Pretty heavy bench press day and stuff, so I think like a 250 to 500 gram steak is in order. So here's a chain in Mexico for you guys, McCarthy's. They do pretty good chicken wings. They do pretty good chicken wings. I like to cook my own at home so that I can use ghee or some type of oil that I know isn't rancid. But if I'm out and about and I just want some chicken wings and a beer, McCarthy's is a good option, and they have live music as well. I'm more familiar with the one in Puerto Vallarta. The McCarthy's over there. But this one is really good vibes too. Pretty good chicken wings. Senor Frogs. Ever heard of them? All right, guys. I'm cruising right now. I'm wearing my Hokas, the Anacapas, the footwear, the Hokas. And they're just the best, like lightweight, waterproof boot. They breathe really well. It's pretty hot and humid, but I didn't want to wear my Vans. I didn't want to wear flip flops. I wanted something where I could really grind out the walk. These are doing the job. All right, let's go. Baila, 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 baila. These guys are good. Awesome. Like I've mentioned in some of the previous videos, there's always something going on here in Playa. Got here in November, haven't gotten bored really since being here. Worst case scenario, I just go play volleyball if I get bored. But then I'm not bored anymore. All right, so this is the big mall here on Fifth. People posing for the live. But yeah, you can find everything there for the ladies. Victoria's Secret, Sephora. For the guys, you got Levi's and all the denim and board shorts and stuff you could need. I'm not going to sugarcoat it though. The prices are pretty much US prices. But if you didn't bring enough Levi's, you got them right there. Full price. Right now you can see it's getting busy down here. It's good to see though, like after that fight on St. Patrick's Day, it's good to see that people aren't scared away. They realize that's, not going to be a daily incident, hopefully. And they're still going to come out and enjoy life, as I am doing as well. Look, all right, guys, so these fish here, you can pay money to put your feet in those tanks, and they'll, like, eat off the dead skin and stuff. Why? Just go to a cenote go to a cenote like Cenote Azul, put your feet in the water, sit on a rock, and get that for free. Just, yeah. All right, who else we got? I have only recently discovered you in your videos. Seem to be doing a pretty good job of it. Keep it up. Mex Sorimon 5. Thank you. Appreciate that. Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Like, speaking of the retirement stay, that's kind of what I'm doing, is just trial retirements in different places right now. And I'm just trying to share with you guys the experience, hopefully bring some value, answer some questions you may have. I was in Ecuador for 7 months, and Ecuador got a little bit unsafe. Depending on where you were, it got a little dicey. And in January, there was a straight up jailbreak there in Machala. So, pretty good time to have left there and come to Mexico. Plus, I just miss the food and the beaches here in Mexico. Ecuador is a beautiful country, though. But yeah, I'm just doing a little trial here in Playa del Carmen, see how it goes. I do really like Jalisco. I like Puerto Vallarta. I was talking with a realtor from Germany the other day who's now stationed full time in Vallarta. And he was not painting a pretty picture as far as where the prices are going. I was telling him when I was there, you could, buy a lot in Paso Ancho, somewhere near Vallarta, for $10,000, and he just laughed. He was like, "Yeah, not anymore." So I think it's a good time to branch out and explore places. I wasn't planning on coming to Playa. I was going to bounce around a little bit, but I really like this place in a lot of ways. I know there's quite a few commenters saying it's dirty, it's overpriced, it's overcrowded. But I'm here to try to bring you guys some information to the contrary. By Cuidado con el Perro. And by the way, this is where that fight happened the other night on St. Patty's, right here behind me. There was a bottle broken over someone's head. But what I'm saying is, like, yeah, this area is expensive. If you live near the center, it's expensive. And yeah, when it rains heavily, the sewage can overflow. And that's not pretty, especially if you're in flip flops. Another reason to rock the waterproof Hokas when everyone's wading through sewage in their bare feet, basically. I'm just like, yeah. But I digress. If you're over that way where we just came from, it's not that expensive. And if you speak Spanish, it's even less expensive. So learn Spanish. Duolingo, baby, it's free. All right. And we have another Starbucks. In case you didn't get your coffee at that last one. Got this spot right here. All right, we're almost down to my cigar spot. Like I said earlier in the live feed, I gotta get some cigars for the arrival. That guy really wanted to say hi. But yeah, I gotta get some cigars for the arrival of my special someone coming into town. She's had herself a journey. Gonna be ready for a cigar and probably a good cocktail, Havana Club, something like that. We get the Why Not Party Hostel right there. That place turns up. Any of these spots with rooftops, people just seem to love, you know. And there aren't that many of them here. I know in like Oaxaca de Juarez, like everywhere has rooftop, bars with cocktails, high-end cocktails now. And we haven't gotten that far yet in Playa. There's a few. There's Lobo del Mar, which is a really good ceviche spot. They have a DJ at night over on 34th. On like Saturdays, they have a DJ. Really good ceviche, huge portions. So I go there. But yeah, as far as rooftops, there's also the roof. That's not bad. Like half of these places could have rooftop bars. Yeah, I don't think the permits are that hard to get. I think it's just a matter of knowing who to pay and how much. But a lot of these rooftops are underutilized for sure. All right, all right. Like here too, you have this palapa, and there's nothing up there. Completely underutilized roof space. I'm sure in 3 or 4 years these will all be bars. All right, we have made it to my cigar spot. We're gonna get a couple stogies. The Cohibas, the big cigars, are not cheap here. It's not like we're in Cuba, but I don't necessarily like to smoke those huge cigars, so we're gonna get a couple of these little. Hola, hola, ¿cómo estás? So these are what I'm talking about here. These natural miniatura aromas, 10 pesos. I'm gonna grab 4 of these. ¿Cómo ha estado? ¿Negocios? ¿Todo bien? Sí, sí. Siempre hay gente. ¿Ya estamos entrando en la temporada baja? No. Sí, hay gente que me habían dicho eso. 50, me dijiste 40, ¿verdad? 10 cada uno. Ok, excelente día. Gracias. Recuérdame su nombre. Armando. Ya, Armando, ¿verdad? Ya, excelente. Gracias. Nos vemos. All right. Got the cigars. They look like little blunts, but I swear it's tobacco. Yeah, let's go down. Let's take a little break from Fifth here and go down to the beach. So I like Fifth Avenue a lot, but the thing I like the most about it is the proximity to the beach. We were just on a busy pedestrian street, and now we're about to go see the ocean and feel that cool breeze. Oh yeah, that's nice. The wind definitely kicked up today, but that feels so good. Little word to the wise: don't buy a beer at these little mini supers between Fifth and the beach. They'll skin you alive on the prices. Just go up to, if you plan ahead, go up to like 30th or Walmart between 10th and 12th on 30th. Just buy all your beer at Walmart and then come to the beach. Yeah, guys, we're gonna have some wind noise here, so sorry in advance about that. Definitely gonna get a little windy, but it's so worth it if you guys can endure the wind noise. We've got one of the beach clubs here. Obviously, you know, you can go in there and spend your 70, 80 pesos on a beer. But I filmed an Instagram reel actually right here on this dock, on this wooden walkway when I first got into town. And that was one of the deciding moments when I was like, I think I'm going to stay here. As you can see, it's just even on a cloudy day, you can just come to the beach, swim, and decompress, because anyone on the beach at any given time is probably going to be in a pretty good mood. I'm going to stash these cigars so the police don't assume that I have drugs. They always look at me and they're like, "Yeah, this guy's got drugs," and I'm like, "No, I swear I don't." All right, the cigars are stashed. Take a little walk down the beach for a minute. People are happy, smiling. Today's one of the few days I haven't gotten in the water in like long time. It's been every day, get in the ocean. Don't miss a day, you know? Why not get in the ocean every day when you live here? Thank you guys for the comments and questions down below. Always happy to try to help out. Anything I can answer. Seagulls are even happy. All right, guys, so we're down close to the ferry terminal now. I accomplished my main mission of getting those cigars for my special lady for when she gets into town. So now we're in front of Soundset Beach Club. Cool spot. Kind of dead right now. But this is where you see that iconic wicker heart. Look at the color of that water with no filter. You can see why when I saw that, I was like, yeah, I might stay here. All right. Here's that heart I was telling you guys about. So this is Soundset Beach Club. Good place for some couple photos or selfies. And I'm in my signature rope monster. You see the lion there matches this lion. Got the, can't really see it. Got the rope monster on the back there, and that's thanks to my buddy Jalen Kadaya for designing that. It's really happy. He also designed this hat, and I freaking love it. It's got some character. The rope monster hat. Got to have my signature outfit. Another thing I love is the murals. Look at the street art. Just everywhere you go, you could easily make a day of going and checking out all the different street art. And I might do a full long form video on that if you guys would be interested in seeing more street art and how to get there, where it is. So I'm gonna zig and zag. I'm gonna go back up to 5th here, and then from there walk down to the main plaza, and then maybe a little ways south of the ferry terminal. And that would be en route to where I filmed that first secret spots of Playa del Carmen Part 1. So if you go south of the ferry terminal, you'll start to get some pristine beaches with very little sargasso, crystal clear water. Woo, it's popping. Fiesta mexicana, dice. Yeah. A lot of smiling faces. Pretty sure she wanted to be in the video. I don't know if you guys heard that guy. Amigo, you gonna get high too? All right, so we're almost down to the main plaza. Here's a second location for Cacao. If you want like some really organic chocolate ice cream or chocolate mousse, coffee, hot chocolate, such a good spot.
Hey, what up, suckers? What up, suckers?
Jesus, foul mouth on that guy. Apologies. All right, uncalled for. That's the last time I put any of these fucking shopkeepers in my video. All right, so we're down here to the
Social media.
ADO.
Wow. How original.
Yeah, you're just mad because you're making 200 pesos a day, bro. All right, ADO. He goes social media. How original. Haters gotta hate. Haters gotta hate. So anyway, ADO right here, where you can catch a bus to pretty much anywhere. Yeah, some of these shopkeepers, man, it's a mix of like creativity and stupidity at the same time with what they come up with and how they try to get your attention. Typically, you're best off just ignoring them. All right, guys, so we got more, I call them Buzz Killingtons, but also known as National Guard. Buzz Killingtons. They're just never having a good time. They're never happy to see me. They don't like when I'm smiling and laughing and enjoying life. That's all right. All right. All right, we're at the main plaza here. We have the iconic mermaids reaching toward the sun. And when the sun rises right there, you can actually frame the sun right there in the hands of the mermaids. Pretty cool. So try not to mess up anyone's selfies here. A lot of people taking selfies. All right. So yeah, there you guys can see it. And I actually got dropped off when I got into town. I got dropped off right up there. So this is one of the first things I saw. I saw the color of the water. It was maybe 8:30 in the morning, and I was just kind of taken aback. There was no people down here. There were, it was completely empty, and I just kind of fell in love with the color of the water. I had been here before, but after 5 years of not being really on the Caribbean side, it's easy to forget how amazing that water is. All right, guys, we have the Playa del Carmen sign here, and Playa Centro right there. I did a video there titled Paradise or Tourist Hell, something like that. There was a commenter recently on my secret spots of Playa del Carmen Part 2 who was like, yeah, I went to the main beach and there were a bunch of drunk people feeding seagulls, and I was like, yeah, it's like that, and that's why you have to find the secret spots. It's critical. All right, guys. So I'm gonna wrap this up right here. Right here, I'm walking through the ferry terminal. Senior Frog. And a quick update. Wow, unreal. So, right down here, you follow that, you'll get to the secret spots of Playa del Carmen Part 1, 3 miles from here. So look how much seaweed has washed up. I was just here 2 weeks ago filming that, and there was no sargasso. So now there's quite a bit of seaweed here. It's unfortunate, but I have high hopes they're going to clean it up. Anyway, that's a pretty typical evening walk for me, and I'm probably going to head out here, but thank you guys who joined. And this was my first live from this YouTube channel. So it really means the world to me that you guys actually showed up, tuned in, asked questions. Makes me really happy. So thank you guys so much. Catch you guys in the next one. TheRopeMonster out.